Another day, another dollar. Let's see what we got here. I need to get that right. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, let's go. All right, so this morning I have been watching and looking at a few tickers. Of course, I still got Adobe on watch from last week. It had a bunch of good news. I'm thinking it can move sometime this week or next week, and we'll see what it wants to do. But right now, just not getting as much attention as SCI or SCNI and AAN up 32%. Let me go and get the make sure my sound is up here. Yep, it is. All right, so looking at the top 50. We see the leaderboard up 89%, and I haven't even looked into the catalysts on these yet. I am starting to move the stream a little bit earlier because of some conflicts with my meetings around the open. It's like the open is the open for everything, not just the market, So, yeah, setting up for a call at 8:30, and so busy. But I'm going to do my analysis and kind of walk you guys through what I'm looking at for the day and things like that a little bit earlier so I can be done by the open so I can hit that meeting. But anyway, looking over here, the biggest ones stick out here. And so let's go and look at the catalysts on SCNI and AAN. Give me one sec. All right, now, we can do this. Let's go out here and get catalyst going. First, we'll start with SCNI. This is immunotherapeutics, so I'm guessing it's going to have something to do with cancer, maybe. We'll see, though. All right, so immunotherapeutics announces receipt of a letter of intent from European Investment Bank providing specific terms for conversion of its loan to equity. Okay, so that was 4 days ago. It says it regained compliance with NASDAQ minimum bid price requirement. Same news as the first one. It had that receipt, publishes, and this back in May. Publishes financial statements. So I don't know. I was expecting to see something cancer related, but I guess not. They showcase it's not a novel biological local therapeutic for plaque psoriasis at Dermatology Drug Development Summit. Interesting. Okay. Let's pop over to the other one, AAN. Aaron's Holding Company. All right. So let's see what you're talking about. I have seen a couple of these holding companies make some big moves, though. The Aaron's Company enters into definitive agreement to be acquired. So they're getting bought. This is an acquisition. I don't like acquisitions. Sometimes acquisitions can give you opportunities, but a lot of times they've already reached the price that they want to reach, and right now it says for 10.10. So let's go check the chart and see if it hit 10.10 today. What is that? AAN. Okay, so it did get up there to 10.10 already, and is now settled right under the $10. So I don't know. It's already reached the price and could definitely come on down. But this one, SCNI, I think it's going to be one that interests a lot of small cap traders that really aren't focused or worried about the news, because it's recent news is 4 days ago, so like a week ago. But the movement here up 82%, moving from $3 up to $7.70. I think is going to interest people within this range. So I guess the main thing that you could do without catalyst is identify heavy levels of price action. So when they got bought up like this, like around 475 back up to the 503s, when they got shut down, these big wicks, And really, I try to I kind of mark just the bodies. I don't mark all the way out there to the bottom of the wick, because that's kind of like the war zone. It really wasn't a place where the price settled. But yeah, it's kind of how I look at it. Get these big wicks out here and where the bodies ended up ending around here. You got three bodies that ended within this little slip right here, from 622 down here to 582, and then it popped back up. And then on the top side, got a body ending here, 710s. Got a doji candle up here around the 660s. And then you got something right here, 670. So a lot of little areas, but this is just based on the 15-minute. So of course it could be something more on the higher time frames. Not really, because it gapped up so much, 82%. It kind of left everything else in the rearview mirror. Okay. If we look out here though on the larger time frame, let me maximize our monthly chart. We can see that it has been something that has ripped before. Started down here like $4, came up a little bit to $9, had a huge rip. Now, I don't know what happened here. Huge rip from 5 all the way to 62, and then big drop. I'm wondering, is this a Chinese stock? Let me go and check if this is a Chinese stock or not. Because that looks quite like those Chinese stocks move. Let's see. SCN profile. Oh, it's Israeli stock. I was about to say this one's. I don't think it's moving like a United States or a U.S. based stock. All right, so yeah, they're a development stage biopharmaceutical company focused on developing, manufacturing, and commercializing products for the prevention and treatment of infectious and autoimmune diseases in Israel. It has licensing and collaboration agreement with Max Planck Society and University Medical Center of Göttingen. I don't even know. I don't know. For the development and commercialization of COVID-19 nanosized antibody, and development and commercialization of nano-ABS or nano-ABS for various other diseases indications. The company was formerly known as BioNvax Pharmaceuticals Limited and changed its name to whatever this is, Sinai Immunotherapeutics Limited in 2023. They were incorporated in 2003 and is headquartered in Jerusalem, Israel. Now, I've traded several Israeli stocks, and a lot of times on the day that they end up popping, it's like, come on now, where's the, and even the ones that I traded, they were dealing with cybersecurity and drones. This one is pharmaceutical. I don't know how it's going to do during the day, but it is up 83%. And I'm thinking it's got 10 million shares traded. I don't know how much relative volume will be calculated on that or whatnot. I guess since I'm going to be closing at the open, you won't get to see my ATRs and things like that. So what I'll do is I'll screenshot my monthly, not my monthly, but my daily chart, my 4-hour chart, and the hour and the 15 minutes. So you can see when these things populate the full bullish. And basically what I've been doing is I just use them as the idea. How bullish is this play? Basically, is it kind of bearish? Is it full bearish? Is it kind of bullish? Is it full bullish? And the prices calculate out here, just like the point of control price right now is at 640. 640. So yeah, I'll take screenshots and put that into the Discord after the open. But I will need to get to that meeting this morning, and Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays actually that got that meeting. So I'm still try to. I know this week this Wednesday is a holiday. I believe it's Juneteenth. But the other Wednesdays, I was gonna stop streaming on Wednesdays, but then I was like, I just go earlier and get it handled that way. So, but anyway, It's 7:40, and at this point, it's like, well, we got time. We got time to talk. We got time to talk about whatever. So if you have any questions, comments, arguments, all that stuff, definitely throw it into the chat. If you are seeing things on your scanners that I'm not seeing, definitely throw it in the chat because we got time, baby. We got time. Good morning, Donnell. Let's jump back over here to the scans. Yeah, let's segregate this by volume. I see Nvidia is up 1%. What are you doing, Nvidia? You already look like you're going on a run. Up 8 million shares traded, but this thing is huge. 8 million shares is not, abnormal for it. And we got the SQQ. I'll throw Nvidia on the watch and a lot of times for Mondays, I have noticed that I have been making better trades on the large caps than the small caps. I don't know if that's because I'm waiting the first 30 minutes, if it will be better for small caps on Monday trade within the first, 15 minutes or something like that. And then, if they fail, oh well. But the only thing about that first 15 minutes can be very, very volatile. So we see big pumps and dumps during that. And I'm like, I could risk getting caught in one of those wicks, but I don't know. I'm kind of used to the safety of just waiting for that first 30 minutes and then jumping in on something. So, just want to see what sets up, what gives me my ATR break and hold. SCNI looks like a reverse split. Oh, okay. That may explain it. Yeah, because they said they regained compliance. So, I guess they got threatened or got a letter of what they call it when you get kicked off the NASDAQ. Letter of delisting. Delisting. Yep. Letter of delisting. Yep. But yeah, very interesting. I was still kind of interested in Adobe, even though it's going down. It has such good news, and it's just got a little stream of good news. I was just gonna take the ATR on it is $16, so I was just gonna take like 5 shares and let it run. every dollar, $5. Pay me a couple of lunches, but with these higher price ones, I really like lower priced large caps. Even though I can trade those big ones, it's like I want to take more shares because these things are moved like dollars and dollars and dollars. Like Nvidia, it's got an $8 ATR, but I can take a bunch of shares. So it's like let it run, let it ride. But AAN, I'm gonna take that one off. I don't like those acquisitions. They act funny during the day. All right, so Adobe SCNI. What is the SPY out here doing? The SPY was aggressive coming into Friday. This big move from, well, I wouldn't say big. Let's look back a little bit. Yeah, it's just in the range. So it broke the lows down here, 539s. And this is where the zone that I was looking at for it to hold to try to take trades on something long. But it was just showing weakness up here around the ATR lows. And I just didn't. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't want to mess with anything. If it's grinding higher, I like to see it strong going higher, just blasting people's shoes off. But it did grind all day from 540s back up here to 542s. And now it looks to be trying to hold around this level. But we'll see closer to the open. Yeah, yep. What's up? Yeah, I'm early. I was having some conflicts with meetings around the open. A lot of time, as soon as the market opens, my phone just boom, 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 or my email just goes off. I'm like, oh, and a lot of times I'm like, I'll check with it later. But some of the things are like, they need to be done like immediately. Maybe some kind of security thread or something like that, and I need to jump on it quickly. So I'm going to start streaming earlier at 7:30, starting at 7:30, going to the open. That way I can jump out and address some of the issues during the day, especially on Mondays. It's the start of the week. over the weekend things happen, whatever happens, and I need to jump out there and get busy. But yeah, that is the reasoning. So I'll be seeing you early morning, Lori. Seeing. Or actually, wait, is this early or late for you? Because I know sometimes you say you're going to bed after the stream, so I don't know if it's early or late for you. Let's see. Let's see. Mr. Caramel, you gonna be streaming too? All right. I'll look you up, man. Look you up. Actually, let me see. Mr. Caramel, let me see. Mr. Caramel. Actually, I gotta go to YouTube. YouTube. Mr. I'm guessing that's your name on here. Mr. Caramel. Mr. Caramel TV. Mr. Caramel, Mr. Caramel, Mr. Charisma, Mr. Cinnabons, Mr. Caramel. Let's just click on one. Oh, that's German. That's cool. Okay. I'm looking for you. Or maybe you're not on YouTube. Maybe you're streaming on something else. Let me see. I was looking on YouTube. I forgot there are other things. Lori says it's 8:46 p.m. Yeah. You're on the other side of existence right now. Let's see. Oh, that is you. Okay, yeah. Okay. Definitely be looking into that. Let me see. Have you been Now, are you live streaming like market stuff, or what are you live streaming, Mr. Caramel? Are you nah. He said nah. Mm-mm. Let's actually go ahead. I know I was looking through this. I didn't finish looking through it. I know I had segregated by volume. So we see Nvidia's leading. What is INCY has 2 million shares traded, but it isn't up much. I like to kind of look for gappers, even if it is a large or mid cap. I like to see at least, a 2% gap at the minimum, 2 to 3%, to just show me that there is something going on. There is something that is defying gravity. And then from there, read the catalyst and see, what else can happen on the day. The other things that I'll be posting in the Discord is the relative volume, because I like to look for cancerous stocks. And right now, all of this information right here is from Friday. So I want to see the actual, how cancerous a stock is on the day. I don't want to see zeros here. I would like to see, actual numbers here, because that means that it is getting abnormal. And the same thing with the relative volume. Even for a large cap, they start to change. They start to spice up, as you could say. GameStop, I'm still waiting on GameStop to fail and to stop being a company. I don't know why. I just don't understand the hype and why people are so interested in it. I guess because of the 2021, people are still trying to get every little bit of meat off the bone, but just like, man, it's trash, bro. It's trash. Let it go. Let them be a normal company, because I don't know if they're worth $28 a share. I don't even know if they're worth $20 a share, actually. But, they always seem to pop up with some kind of influencer, and I saw a video talking about roaring Skittles, how he was gonna possibly join the GameStop committee or board or something like that. I'm like, what is he gonna change? Like, I mean, I mean, maybe he'll be just like a social marketing specialist or something like that. But like, what is he gonna? I mean, he's not creating products. He's not instituting ideas to be done at these specific stores. I don't know. I don't know. I guess he could increase the value of the games that they buy back, because you know they'll give you like 30 cents for a $10 game. Like, oh yeah, yeah, this is what this is worth. Yeah, take our word for it. Sure, here's your game. And then again, everything has gone to digital copies as well. So there's not a lot of, need for you to have a disc or a hard copy of a game anymore. So, or DVDs or any of that. It's kind of like Blockbuster. And Blockbuster definitely ate dirt. So, ate all the dirt. Anyway, let's jump out here and go to NASDAQ and see what kind of news is being published today. The view from NASDAQ, the transition to T1, of course, everyone has T1 now, so you can basically trade every day with your money and not have to be waiting around for all of the stuff to settle. I say stuff, but the funds to settle. Stocks set to open mixed as investors await U.S. economic data and the Fed speak. Okay, let's click on that and see if we can get a virus. All right, stocks set. Okay, June S&P, and this was on today at 7:12 a.m. Eastern, whatever Eastern Daylight Time or something, whatever that is. June S&P 500 E-mini futures are down. The NASDAQ 100 E-mini futures are up. Okay, so things moved basically. Let's see. Economic data on Friday showed that the University of Michigan's U.S. Consumer Sentiment Index unexpectedly fell to a 7-month low of 65.6 in June, weaker than expectations of 72.1. Also, the University of Michigan's June year-ahead inflation expectations were unchanged from May at 3.3%. Above expectations of a decline to 3.2. Yeah, we know they're not going to do anything about inflation. It's just going to keep going up. No, I'm kidding. I'm not a doomsday person. It may go up, it may go down. I just want to capitalize on the opportunities that are presented during the up or the down. It doesn't matter. I know my dividends are up. But yeah. Autodesk. I've worked with Autodesk a lot. A lot of engineering companies with Autodesk. Anyway, let's pop over to Yahoo and see what they're talking about. All right, Caramel. Peace. Yeah, it is almost 8 o'clock. I'm going to be heading into the open and just kind of getting an idea of where things sit on the week and what dangers or what news catalysts will befall us. S&P 6,000. While the stock market rally may have been more or may have more room to run, that's nothing. I want to get actual news. I don't want anything that's like just a chat room type article. Tesla versus Toyota. Well, Toyota's been cold for a long time, man. I drive a Toyota. I like Toyotas. I think what I have Toyotas, and then I had a Volkswagen at one point too, and that mug was fast. Woo, I raced a lot of people in that Volkswagen. I blew the engine out actually. Anyway, I had to sacrifice her for the greater good of my pride. Oh man. All right, so let's jump over here to BBC. Greek Coast Guard threw migrants overboard to their deaths, witnesses say. Okay. Interesting news afoot. Hackers leaked intimate photos after my laptop was stolen. Of course they're gonna do that. Why not? Why wouldn't they do that? Putin taunts West as North Korea trip confirmed. Will Ukraine summit be a path to peace? Will anything be a path to peace with us humans? I don't know. I think that there must be a villain for us to work together. There must be some kind of entity or untouchable force for us to work together. Put our differences aside because the threat is affecting us all instead of just affecting a few. Chinese officials tried to block free journalists at event. Ramsey shaken after a really bad cycling accident. Alarm in Hamburg as man with axe shot by police. Oh, wow. Any other things that are catching my eye? Not really. Envious, Wall Street, the same news that's on Yahoo. Nothing crazy. But yeah, this is what I usually do in the mornings just before I go live at 8 and just kind of look through the news and see what kind of things, knowing about the Fed, what Fed talks are coming up in FOMC.com, FOMC. Federal Reserve Board, just checking out the different news and events that are coming up. Definitely helps a little bit. FederalReserve.gov. Speech by Governor Bowman on innovation in the financial system. So that's definitely going to bring up inflation today. That was on the 14th, but this is the one. Let's see, when did this happen? At Salzburg Global Seminar on financial technology innovation. Do we need new paradigms? And that's from Salzburg, Australia. Let's see. I know one thing, a lot of this inflation is definitely helping people that are abroad that are spending less in other countries. But the US dollar is like super inflated. You know, that the money is going a whole lot further elsewhere, but that doesn't help us a whole lot here. Cause it's like, okay, well, yeah, y'all are paying, you know, you can use $15 to buy you like a week's worth of food over there, but now you come back and $15 in the US is like water. Not even a bottle of water, you know, just an empty bottle with a cap so you can collect some water from a river. But we'll see. We'll see what they want to do with this inflation. I just want to be invested, whether it's dividends or whatnot, to just continue to reap the benefits of dividends and of multiple sources of income. That's really where my whole philosophy and all of that is really it. Because day trading is just a part. And if you can make some money day trading, use it to go into some safer investments that will continue to pay you. But it's about to hit 8 o'clock now. We're about to get turned. Yeah, Mr. Caramel was saying you don't buy when the market is up like this. That's working backwards. Yeah, yeah, but if we were long time holding, then yeah, that would be probably working backwards. But we're waiting, and most of the things that I am swinging or holding, they're low right now, so they're not 500 something dollars. You know, Mm-hmm. VOD is one of the things that I was holding, paying me a nice little dividend on that one. And then AGNC, another one. Let's see where this thing is. Is it working its way up or down? I'm still green on it, but I'm just barely green. Made this little low down here. I actually added some in this dip to 950. I'm looking for this thing to get over 10, but it's kind of just taking its time. If we look on the daily chart, or yeah, on the monthly chart, we can see a clear level here. It got over 10, got over 10 a little bit, got over 10 just a bit, and now retesting. So I'm looking for this break of 10 right here. And my average price is 970. I am willing to stop out at 950 if it does crash down and I can just re-enter lower. It is paying me a monthly dividend, of course. Nice little monthly dividend, but if it gets over 10, it's going to be even better, because every dollar for me will be 400 bucks. So if it reaches 1070 up here, like right in here, it'll be 400 bucks. I do have 400 shares of it. So just that dollar move, nice little gain. Plus I get the dividends on the backside. So that's what I was kind of playing for this one. If you zoom back, you can see it has reached what, $36 at one point, but that was during what, 2012. Came on down. But I mean, even if it reached $18 from 970, every dollar, that's $9. So 9 times 400, you know. But yeah, I would love to see it go back up 36, but that's just a dream at this point. But I'm getting paid to wait. So it has already paid me one dividend distribution. If I stop out at 950, I have $80 worth of risk. But since it already paid me $48, that halves my risk. And so the end of this month, or the end or the beginning of next month, I get the other payment, which will completely cover the risk with dividend payments. So I'm like, at this point, I'm risking 40 bucks. You know, I'm good. Less than 40 bucks, actually. And then, of course, I have my AT&T still riding for me. It's just been out here in party mode so far, waiting for it to get. It's been playing the bottom. I bought in this zone here back in. Where did I buy this? I bought this. I think I bought it like. Had to be down here though. That was during May. Was that this year? 2023. Okay, so that was last year. I bought AT&T, looking for it to start to feel the gap again. I like to see these nice little repetitive patterns. Get in on a low. If it does break down, you know, I would definitely love it to break down this 1367, but I'm gonna stop out with my profit before it does that, and then I would just buy a whole bunch lower. You know, I would love for it to break down. But anyway, that's a couple of those plays. All right, jumping back over to see what SCNI is doing over here. It does look like it has slowed down in the volume just a little bit. Coming back to this previous level, testing these levels, the bodies where price action got a little dicey. There are little wicks. Nvidia still moving up as well. Anything else new? There was another stock that I was looking at, but it must have dropped below 5 if it's not here anymore, or it got overpowered by the folks in the volume department. Oh no, there it is. AAN. That was an acquisition. I forgot. Anyway, so these are pretty much the ones that I'm looking for. Of course, I wait the first 30 minutes after the open to kind of gauge what the market wants to do, and then I'm ready to party. You know, ready to party, whether it's a small cap, large cap, mid cap, does not matter. We are here for the opportunities. Now, what I will say is I am looking for a specific play over the ATR highs. When the market opens, it'll put those ATR highs and lows out, and it is basically idea based. So if it is functioning or fluctuating between the bullish ATRs, I'm thinking, okay, this thing could go higher. If it's fluctuating between the bearish ones, I'm like, all right, this one, I don't even know. I think it's going lower. But yeah, not really too focused on where the VWAP is and some of the other indicators that people use. Just pretty much focus on where those ATRs are and if they can get through them, because those ATRs are devastating. Sometimes it'll hit it and it'll straight up dump. Especially if it doesn't have a good catalyst, it'll just hit it and dump. But yeah, we're gonna see. Nice Monday morning sentiment though. Let's go over here to NVIDIA. I do like to see more of a gap up on these large caps, like not just 1%. This thing's up 1.08%. Give me 2, give me 3, give me some catalyst and a reason why you're up. It has a lot of trading, 10 million shares traded, but let's go see if it has a catalyst real quick. It might just have a catalyst. Let's see, NVIDIA. Press releases. 4 days ago, stockholder meeting set for June 26. So that meeting will be next Wednesday for NVIDIA. And then they also had the AI news and all the robotics, but for today, for a day trade, just on the fence on NVIDIA. And I'm really still on the fence on this SCNI because it's just a looks like a reverse split, like Donnell was saying. It's just, how much higher can it go? They got their compliance back and all that, but like, who's going to hold them up? Who's going to be that one that says, okay, this Israeli pharmaceutical stock is worth holding up? That's what I want to see. Because it's done dumps like this before. We looked at the higher time frame. Look at this big drop. Went up, bam. So it's repeating lower every single time. So this was 2020, when all the COVID stuff happened. Of course, pharmaceutical companies went crazy. And then it tried it again here in 2022. Did not go as high because, of course, the emotions and all of that was not as high. And then here on 2024, it's going to be around this $6 level, but still not going as high. And it looks like on the 15-minute making its way down, already breaking down the $6 into these previous levels of resistance or support. I guess they could become support if it doesn't just slip through them. I think today's going to be interesting. And really, a lot of times I wait these last like 15 minutes till the open. Sometimes things pop up that I haven't seen. Maybe something is coming from the low price levels and it's just ripping through. Like it's going $2 up to $3, up to $4, up to $5, and then it rips onto my scanners and bam, I'm like, oh, what's this? And if it just rips like that, I kind of put it on my watch list, look at the catalyst and see if it is something that can do something else, continue to do something else on a prior day or future date. But yeah, I've kind of just limited my view for sure. Like hard concrete, only trading things over 5, and I've been having way more success doing that with the strategy that I'm using with this little ATR break. This NVIDIA fall off was kind of harsh on this 15-minute on Friday. Went up here, kind of held, went down, crashed crashed all the way down to the ATR lows, popped all the way back up. And if it popped back up, this is where the idea switches back. Hey, this is looking kind of bullish. But you would have had to wait, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, almost to lunchtime, right? For this thing to just figure out that it wanted to be bullish here and then go on up. Interesting. And it always looks like that after the fact, but we don't know what it's going to do right now. SQQ, SOLX, GameStop. Just going down a list of the top volumes right now. Everything that's over 1 million shares. Tesla. Tesla is nice and red. I didn't know it dumped this much from Friday. Dumped from the 84s down here to the 77s. Got under that ATR low, and that was the full bearish thing that I kind of put out there, and bam, just really got destroyed going down there. Seen a couple of my trading friends, trading buddies, trading TSM. TSM still slowly moving up 3% on today. And it's just been a grinder upwards, to be honest. Looking over here on a larger time frame, moving from the 86 all the way to the 176, just slowly. Once it did this little breakout of what looks like I wouldn't call this a double top. I mean, it could be. Kind of looks like a double top with those wicks, but after this, took a little break and then came back and absolutely destroyed this level of the 123s by 50 something dollars. Overall, very strong trend on that one. TLT, not looking the greatest. Oil, QQQ. That's one that Reliable likes to trade a lot, the QQQ and the SQQ. TNA, PayPal. It always surprises me that PayPal isn't doing like isn't at $100 something or something like it was back here in 2021, back here at 310 bucks. This fall off was crazy. MU. I've also seen people trading MU on the bullish side. Google. Mara. ARM. I've been so tempted to trade ARM on a couple of days, but it just didn't have any catalysts or anything. It's been trading for not even a year, it looks like, but came up here and I saw it. I was like, man, I'm so interested in this, but it just doesn't have catalysts. Doesn't have a reason to continue. Not a reason that the public knows. Dell with that nice little dividend. I was thinking about getting some Dell, but I really want that price to drop. Disney still out here doing this thing, coming down to what looks like $80 level here would be an obvious low point that is tested multiple times. Could be a possible buy spot, obvious buy spot. It could break that, but you could be careful because this will move slow. So it could get down here. You can wait a couple days and see, is it going to give you some type of indication that it's going to reverse there. iShares, Amazonian. Still got some Amazon packages I'm waiting on. This one was crazy. This one we saw AVGO. It's a super high price one, but it moves so big. Like it has a $56 ATR. And I saw it on this day when it went below the ATRs, and I was like, yeah, I think it's bearish for today. Went below these ATRs, and then the very next day went above and beyond. Came up here to 17, and this was on low volume. 17.15 came, tested the ATR high, then ran from 17s all the way up to 1740s, then gaps up to 18. So that is what? 17 up. That's $100 move right there per share. Insane. 2 ATRs basically. Disgusting. Anyway, we're just looking through, and probably going to get ready to shut it on down towards the open. Pretty much seeing what we're going to see. I got my levels out. I know what I'm going to watch. I want to see SCNI fail first. It's going to need to fail for anything else to move, but it has 11 million shares traded on it. And it is got this pop off of this bottom here of the $6. That was a whole dollar level, and that's twice that it's popped off this level. So a little bit of visible support there that people will be seeing coming into the open. The arrows that you see here are the volume, or they're a part of the volume profile. They're the value level high and low. So this is the value level high up here at 708s, and this whole thing can move during the day as more volume comes in. The only thing that doesn't move is the ATRs. And this is the value level low. So it's tested this value level low once during after or pre-market, and then twice holding up here above this level of the 580s. And we'll see if it can move it higher. The other thing that I have been incorporating in my large cap trading is the beta. How much these stocks follow the SPY. If the SPY starts dumping, what is the tendency of this thing to dump? And I actually learned about the beta for the first time when I went to FinViz. And I was looking through, I was trying to learn about trading and things like that. And I went to their screener here, and I went to all. And I was just going through each of these, learning what they were. And I ran across beta, which is in here somewhere right here. And so beta is a measure of a stock's volatility relative to the market. An asset with a beta of 0 means that its price is not at all correlated with the market. And with the market doesn't just mean with the SPY. It could be correlated with the ETF. It could be correlated with some other index in the market. But yeah, a measure of a stock's price volatility relative to the market. An asset with a beta of 0 means that its price is not at all correlated with the market. A positive beta means that the asset generally follows the market. A negative beta shows that the asset inversely follows the market. Decreases in value. It decreases in value if the market goes up. So that's why I started to put that back in there, because beta kind of helps me when I'm trading the large cap and I see the SPY dumping, but the large cap is going up. I'm like, this ain't gonna last long. This ain't it. At the same time, if I see the SPY going up and then I see something with a high beta going up, I'm like, that supports my thesis. That looks good. But yeah, I'll just that's what I always try to do, is just educate myself a little bit at a time on each part of, or the variables that will affect me the most, right? And are the easiest to kind of read and understand. I don't need something that's like, oh yeah, let's do this calculation of where the moon and the stars are to try to figure out what the market's gonna do. I'm just like, bro, AIS, keep it simple. Now there are people that do like solar alignment, and this star showed up on this day, so this is gonna be a buy. That's definitely a strategy that's out here. Got about 8 minutes to the bell, and then I am going to be getting ready to get to my meeting. I will post once the market opens. I'll post my daily 4 hour, and my 15 minutes, so you can see the ATRs on all of those, and you'll kind of see what I'm looking for as far as price ranges where I need these stocks to play at that I'm actually watching. But SCN, I am really just, I don't know if that's going to be the one on today because of that catalyst it has. Nvidia punching up. Top side was 133.70. Interesting. Whole lot of volume on that one. 11 million shares traded. And Nvidia has a 1.43 beta. So it does follow the SPY quite a bit. So let's pop over and look at what the SPY is doing as well. The SPY, whoa. The SPY, is it supporting that as of now? Not really. We'll have to see what the SPY wants to do on the open to see if it'll support some of these plays. If it starts to dump though, Nvidia may give us a little bit of red back down to earth. Pushing on up there during the pre-market though. Big volume levels coming in around this price level of the 133, like 133.50 really, right above the 133.50. But the SPY is not in alignment. Now I have seen some things with some betas that are like 4, and every time the SPY goes down or up, they move down or up with it. It's crazy. So I like to definitely keep that in mind and keep that alignment in focus. About 7 minutes to the bell. Coming into the open. Now, of course, like I said, I won't be trading until after 30 minutes, but during that 30 minutes, I'll be able to get this meeting maybe wrapped up and head into my secondary meeting. My secondary meeting, I have a little bit more freedom, and I will definitely be looking to be trading during that meeting. So I'm going to definitely be having some eyes on the charts and getting that done. Nvidia pulling on back. Like I said, that SPY, if it can pop, it would help it a whole lot, but it's just not looking the healthiest right now. A breakdown of the low on the SPY will be the 541.94. So if it starts to break that down, Nvidia is going to eat dirt today. And this one's just been a chop fest all pre-market and aftermarket. Choppy stock. But the first 15 minutes of this one may be something where, or maybe the point where the opportunity is. 5 minutes left to the open. I'm about to get ready to hop on down. Nvidia, big slam back into these levels. Let's look at the SPY as well. SPY lost this little green tinge that it had here. Will it go red? Look at Adobe real quick. Adobe going down as well. Adobe has a pretty high beta as well. Would definitely need that SPY to support that move up. Anyway, 5 minutes till. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys get ready to take action in these last 4 minutes. You know, get your mind right, shake off the old spider webs from the weekend. This seems like it's going to be a short week because of the holiday, so 4-day week. But we do have the feds coming out and talking. Appreciate you guys for tuning in for sure. I will be. Another thing I'm gonna be doing is trying to get some recorded footage. So if I take a trade today, definitely recording it, and I'm gonna start try to do a recap or maybe like a revisit, maybe a shortened version, because I'm gonna record the whole day. This screen, but I'm gonna have to cut off the audio and stuff for the meetings and all of that. So I'm gonna need to use my mic and camera. So I'm just gonna record and let it roll for the day and see how that goes. If I can, you know, chop it down, because that's gonna be a long video, especially if I have something like a large cap that needs longer hold time. You know, I'm just gonna be like, well, I'll chop it down. We'll see. We'll see. I have a script that can find like audio, but without the audio, I can't, like if I'm talking, I'm like, okay, I'm getting into the trade. If I can't find, my script can't find the audio, I can't chop it down. So I have to literally go visually and watch it back when I entered and all that. Or I can just take notes. I guess I can be like, okay, well at 8:27, you know, I got in, blah, blah, blah. Right. But we'll see. We'll see how I want to do that. Anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm about to get on down, get ready for this meeting. And as always, I will see you guys. Well, you know what? If you're trading today, definitely remember that the Fed is coming out. It may or may not really affect the market, but keep your head on the swivel. Definitely be conscious of, you know, all of these things I was talking about, especially if you're trading large caps, mid caps, small caps, really doesn't matter. But all of them have their inherent risk. We'll see what happens, though. I will talk to you guys in the Discord. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.